Paul is, he's my manager, and he basically passed this call on to me.
All right, awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm calling for Alice.
Yes.
An interview
that
for
is
Alice.
me.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing well. Thank you so much.
Nice. Yeah, no worries.
We are, an American-based publication that is that has a strong following in the West Coast, like California.
Oh, cool. Oh, nice.
Nice. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I appreciate you taking the call.
Hello?
Hello. Is this a little better?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, sorry, the connection was a little bad.
Well, hopefully this is a little better.
Yeah, I think I'm still in the city, so maybe. But actually, I should be having a good connection here. So we'll see. Well, if I disappear, then I'm very sorry.
Oh, no problem. The first thing I want to talk to you about is Alt Nation. You're number 2 right now.
Oh wow!
Do you know that on Sirius XM Alt Nation?
I did not know that. No, that's so cool.
You're number 2, and we've had before, like, people we've interviewed that were not number 1, and then eventually becomes number 1. This is the highest like I've ever interviewed somebody like making the ranks of Alt Nation, and that's
exciting.
To me, that's my favorite station. They discover a lot of music and they bring it to the mainstream. And the moment I heard your song, like, I was with my wife and I was like, this is the song. This is a great song. And she was like, I bet you watch. And it's an awesome song.
Thank you so much. That's very sweet.
And I listened to other interviews that you've done, and I know that's about, how you don't have a home, and, you sort of bounced around the world. Europe, and Canada and United States.
Yeah.
Do you want to find a home?
At some point I would like to, but I mean, I guess I don't think I'm really going to find a certain place that I feel at home at. So I don't know. I guess I'm quite happy to just kind of be a nomad at the moment.
Why did you travel around so much?
Why did I travel around? Well, in the beginning, it was because of my dad's job. Yeah, it was because of my dad's job. Because he worked in the mining industry, and that basically meant that we had to move around quite a bit. But at some point, I just felt like my parents were very restless people, and they just didn't want to stay in one place for too long. So that's basically the reason we moved around a lot.
Was it hard for you to build relationships while you were growing up? Because you were always moving?
It was. I mean, the hardest part actually was when I was living in Canada and then moved to Munich, so to Germany, when I was like 13, because I didn't really speak the language at all, and it was just a completely different culture than what I was used to in Canada. So it was definitely very hard to, like, I still tried to keep my friends, because they obviously, I mean, when you're 13, you do actually have quite good friends. So that was quite difficult, yeah.
Do you feel it's hard to build your trust or to gain your trust because you have been uprooted so many times in your adult years?
Well, that's a good question. I think it's definitely hard for me to put my trust into someone. Like, I've discovered it to be very, very difficult. But at the same time, I think it's silly if you just give up on trusting people. I mean, I think you need to do that in life. I think you need to have people who you can just kind of rely on. So it's hard, but I think I still try and still trust people. more than maybe I should.
I'm the same way. Because when I was growing up, I didn't really feel like I fit in. You know, I didn't have a home socially. I was a little different because my upbringing was different than other people.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, I had a lot of people in and out of my life, you know, my family, you know, my parents and stuff. And we dealt with addiction, so I felt it, you know, hard for me.
Yeah.
That's why I was trying to throw it on there. So you're in Germany at the moment?
Yes, I'm currently in Berlin because my producer actually has his studio here. So that's why whenever I'm working, I'm in Berlin.
Nice. What's your nationality? Because that's what I was sort of curious with. Not that it matters or anything, but...
Yeah. Well, my passport says I'm British, so I'm actually a British citizen. But it's really hard to say that because I don't really have a British accent. So my accent's kind of still Canadian. So, yeah.
Nice. What are you into? In general, like besides music, because you know everyone's into music. You know that's of course in the business. When you are trying to settle down and unwind, what do you find yourself gravitating towards?
I think I gravitate towards baking. I really like baking. Like if I really want to relax or if I have spare time, I like to bake. I also like to cook. Otherwise,
what is a meal is your meal? Like everyone knows, like, oh man, she makes the best baked ziti, or she makes the best Polish sausage. I don't know.
I think I'd have to say sweet and sour chicken wings.
Is there a special ingredient you put in there?
There is, but if I can't tell you that, unfortunately. It's top secret.
What's your favorite food?
My favorite food? Oh, that's so difficult. I love Asian food, so I like Asian soup. But I also really enjoy eating chicken wings. Yeah.
What motivates you?
What motivates me? Working with people who are very determined and who are very motivated and who are basically workaholics.
Man. I find myself when I was younger, you know, I wanted to surround myself with people who didn't work as hard because it made me feel better about myself. You know, because I work so hard. As I got older,
it's better if you have. But when you get older, I realize that it's better to, or I like having friends that really challenge me because then I feel like I can always become better.
Yeah, that's why. Unfortunately, I figured out the hard way. I'm stubborn.
Oh no! Oh no! Well, at least you know now.
I listened to one of your recent interviews, and I found it very, I feel the same way. And I was just trying to. You said that your solace at times is supermarkets. I said.
What was the beginning of the sentence?
That your solace, or like you gather inspiration from walking around in supermarkets.
Yeah, totally.
I do the same thing. Like I put headphones in, and I just put my phone in my pocket, and I just walk around, and I don't really look at anything.
Yes.
I just think to myself, I feel like comfortable that no one's gonna hurt me here, you know, and I can let my brain just go away.
Yeah, totally.
What do you take away from, you know, just walking around in the supermarket?
Well, I don't really. It's kind of similar to what you do. I put music in my. I put music on, and I just walk around all the aisles, and I love the way that really nice supermarkets look. Like I just love staring at different products or different fruits, like the fruit section if it's made up really nicely. And I don't know, I walk through the aisles and I start collecting inspiration for like melodies. Like I just start humming melodies throughout the aisles, and sometimes it's quite weird because I'll spend like an hour in a supermarket without even actually buying anything. So that's always fun.
Or I'll do the same thing at like a Target or something. You know what a Target is?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have the same little routine. Like, I'm a big kid, so I'll walk around and I'll go straight to the toy section, and then I'll go to like, the electronics and. Is there anything you collect?
I used to collect rocks, so I had like a rock collection.
Uh-huh.
And then I collected shells because my parents actually live now near the sea. Uh-huh. So I started collecting shells. But other than that, like whenever we have a festival or wherever we play, I collect those like, not necklaces, but they're just like, what are they called when you, lanyards? Like a pass, like those different, what are they called?
Lanyards?
What's a lanyard?
Lanyard.
What's a lanyard?
You put it around your neck, and then it'll have like it'll say VIP, or it'll say like the festival you're attending.
Yes! That's so funny. So there's actually a word for that.
Yeah.
Cool. I didn't know that.
I have a bunch of them too. I just collect them because I didn't even know I collect them till right now. That's so strange.
Wow.
I have a whole, like, my top...
Well, I'm happy that I got to help you recognize that.
I know. My whole top drawer in my bedroom next to my bed is, it has everything that we've ever done, like the Warped Tours and certain concerts and
wow. But it's good to collect them because then you can never forget where you've played. Like, you always know, I played there. Because I have a really bad memory.
Me too. I also, in one of the interviews I read or I listened to, you don't drink.
I don't, no.
Is that sort of by design, or did you experience something bad, not with you personally, but maybe someone close to you with addiction?
There's a few reasons. But yeah, it was just a decision I decided to make when I was quite young. Mm-hmm. And I just decided, okay, I'm not going to drink. So
that's very similar. I did the same thing. I saw a lot of.
Wow!
I saw a lot of. I saw how addiction destroyed my family. So I tried to.
Oh gosh!
I tried to veer away from that. In my formative years.
Definitely. Yeah.
Is it hard for you socially, like in the music business, when you see a lot of people doing that, or were you just like, I'm still sticking to my guns, I'm cool with this, I'm happy with life the way it is?
I mean, obviously there are moments where you're at a party and everyone's kind of drunk, and you kind of sometimes wish that you could. I mean, it's difficult sometimes because obviously it's also a social thing. And in the music industry, there's so many people. I mean, everyone drinks, basically. I don't know many people in the music industry who don't. So, yeah, at times it's hard, but at times I just think to myself, you know what, it's a decision I made. I'm going to stick to it. And I don't feel pressure from anyone thinking that I need to do it. I mean, sometimes you'd like to, but I just think to myself, you know what, you made this decision, so stick to it.
Amen. Are you, when you're going through your writing process, do you have any routines that you do? Are you superstitious when you're writing?
I wouldn't say I'm superstitious when I'm writing. I mean, inspiration can happen anywhere, right. Whether it's a supermarket or whether it's in a bus, or like a lot of ideas I get when I'm really, really, really tired. So like at 3 or 4 in the morning, and I sometimes force myself then to get up and just kind of brainstorm on the idea. So I have all these like words or sentences written down, and I just brainstorm on that idea, and then I go into the studio, and that's actually when the song happens.
I do do you have a notepad like you carry around everywhere, and like you'll come up with like a sentence?
I wish it was a notepad. I've become very like 21st century, I guess. It's basically all on my phone or on my iPad. Yeah. Not very special.
I have a book that I carry around with me. I call it my Bible.
Oh, wow.
And I always.
Oh, wow.
No, it's not a real Bible. I just call it my Bible. Like, I go, hey, where's
my
Bible
I wasn't expecting it to be a real Bible.
What is one thing that you hope to accomplish? Like, when it all is said and done, 30 years down the road, when this journey, is winding down, what is one thing or one person that you would like to meet or one thing you would like to do through your music?
Well, to be honest, I don't really have that one expectation for myself to say, okay, I want to, in this amount of time, achieve these amount of goals. I mean, my main goal is just to write good music, to be honest, or music that people like, that people want to listen to, or people can relate to. I mean, I think that's the most important part for me. And whether I play in a big stadium or whether I play in a small club, I don't have that expectation for myself, because I just feel like music isn't about that. It's just about expressing yourself in ways that I normally can't express myself. And whether it's a big crowd or a small crowd, it really doesn't matter. So.
Nice. What are you listening to now? I know, like, certain phases of your life, there's a couple songs that you play that you refer back to, or like when you open up YouTube, you're like, oh, I want to listen to this right now. What is one song that you are, or what are some songs that you're into at this moment?
Like right now in this moment?
In this moment, yes.
There's actually, I played at a festival called the Reeperbahn Festival in Hamburg, where I got to meet a lot of different musicians. Mm-hmm. And I met this one band. They're called Fast Romantics. They're from Toronto, and they have a song called "Everybody's Trying to Steal Your Heart." And or American Love, I think, is the whole album. And I've been like binge listening to that album for the last 2 weeks, because I just think it's a great album. So Fast Romantics. Then who else am I listening to? Everything is a band that I'm also listening to at the moment. They have a song called Desire, which I think is amazing. So yeah, I like discovering new artists at the moment. So I'm kind of in that phase, just listening to some new music.
I swear to God, I just wrote down on my notes, like when I'm writing, like my notes are all over the place. And like on my left side is, notes to write. And on my right side is the next question I'm going to ask. And, the next question was, do you like to discover new music?
What a coincidence.
And you got it. That was my favorite thing growing up. We have this record store, in my hometown. And I used to, it doesn't sound like, when I was a kid, it seemed like the biggest journey on earth, but it's probably like 20 minutes on the drive. So we used to drive there. We used to take the bus or ride our bikes there, and you were able to listen to the album before you bought it. So we would spend hours there just trying to find the perfect album to buy.
Yeah.
What genre do you find yourself, gravitating towards in your search for new music?
I really like rock and pop. But also a lot of like folk music, and really it depends on my mood. I mean, I like discovering different genres. Also, if it's like indie pop or indie rock, or I'm not really closed off in that sense. I think a good song is a good song, whether it's. I think it's also sometimes really hard to put a label on it, like decide if that's more rock or if that's more like progressive rock, or so. I think it really depends on the song.
There's in indie pop, there is a band called The Employment. If you're interested in looking up new music, so they're pretty good.
Okay, I will do that. The Employment.
Yeah. All right. Are you a single woman?
Am I a single woman? Well, I think being on tour, it's very difficult to really be in a relationship for long. Mm-hmm. So I'm just happy with touring and being with my band. So that's what I'm focused on.
What is your type of guy?
What's my type of guy? I don't have a type.
You don't? All right.
Nope.
Gives a lot of fans out there some opportunities, huh? All right. Do you have any tours coming up?
Yes, we are going on a tour of America soon. So we are, in November. November 20th it starts. And if you look on, like, I think on all social media platforms, you can see all the dates and where we're performing. We're actually in LA as well, but I don't think we're performing in LA. But, so we will be touring America.
Nice. Are you excited about that?
I'm very excited. I'm also very nervous, but I'm very excited.
For sure. Is there any places that you really want to see that you haven't yet seen in America?
I mean, I've been to Chicago. I've been to LA. I mean, to be honest, I'm excited to see every place that we're going to. I don't really have any like tourist attractions on my list that I say, okay, I have to definitely see that. But
Disneyland.
Yeah, I'll just take it as it comes.
What about Disneyland?
Disneyland. Oh my gosh, I've already been to Disneyland.
Oh, you have? Okay. So awesome. Huh?
Yeah, and it's similar to in Canada. There's a place called Canada's Wonderland, and I've been there. So.
Wait, is that?
Yeah.
What is the theme there?
In Canada's Wonderland?
Yeah.
I guess Canada's Wonderland. It's just like a Wonderland.
Oh, okay. Like they don't have like Disney characters or.
I think I actually can't remember, but I've been to Disneyland already.
Okay.
So.
Wow, that's awesome.
I don't think I'll be going there. I think I went there when I was like 7 years old, and to be honest, I'm not really a huge roller coaster fan. Like I get really scared on roller coasters.
I know my wife too, and I can't even with her. I can't even go to like Magic Mountain no more because she gets freaked out.
Oh no! Yeah. Oh no!
So my son's becoming of age now. He's like 11, so soon he,
Oh wow!
Me and him, we went this past summer and we had fun.
Nice, very nice.
And are you how close are you guys with recording and finishing a full length?
Well, we still have a bit to go. Like I'll be in the studio for all of October. But we're getting there. We're definitely we actually know what songs we want on the album now, and it's basically we spent a week now just recording drums and bass. So we're definitely getting there. There's going to be a lot of work though to work on the productions of each song. Is
it hard for you? Because I guess what I've read, you guys have your own record label. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And is that a little more easier for you guys when it comes to, or is it hard for you, to choose what song that you want to put on the CD, rather than having someone else choose for you?
Well, it definitely gives me a lot of freedom because at the end of the day, I get to decide what song will become the next single or what song goes on the album. So I'm very fortunate that I get to make that decision. But I do always ask people, like there's people I work with, whether it's my producer, we're also working with an indie label in the US called Mom and Pop. And so I'll get their opinion. And, but I'm very fortunate that we don't have in the old fashioned sense of having like an A&R and him saying, you know what, you have to put these songs on the album.
Yeah, it's always it's better. Like you leave everything on the table with that. You know what I mean? You're not. Yeah, it takes also a lot of pressure off your shoulders, which I think is really nice. Do you have an idea of what your next single would be? I do actually, but it's still top secret. I just wanted to say thank you. You've been a pleasure to have and to talk to. Aw, thank you. Aw, thank you so much for having me. And I just have the biggest feeling, like in my heart and in my gut, that you're someone special and you're going to mean a lot to this world. So keep it up. Oh my gosh, that is that is a huge compliment. Well,
I don't wanna get your hopes up, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. You never know.
I'm really good with my feeling, and there's something different about how you present yourself to people, and you can see there's a lot of love there, and you can't go wrong when it's love, driven.
Yeah.
All right. My last question is, because I just saw I had another.
Oh.
I had on my other side of the paper. I had another question. Do you play games on your phone?
I don't actually. I think I'm probably one of the only people that doesn't have any games on their phone.
You just go to a social media deal?
I just have social media, but the thing is, I don't like spending too much time on my phone. I prefer to play a board game than an actual game on my phone. I know that sounds really old-fashioned, but
hey, man,
yeah,
we keep those traits, alive and well.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any games on your phone, or what was the question going to be, or was that the question?
That was the question. Yeah. No, I
okay.
Because you can tell a lot about someone, what kind of games they play, or
what games they. Okay.
How they spend their time, That's just curiosity.
Okay. Well, to be honest, I spend most of my time kind of just streaming or just kind of staring into nothing. So, I mean, if I do have like spare time, like if we're on the road, then I'll just basically just be looking out the window.
Yeah.
Not very exciting.
Oh, did you say like this interview, or maybe it was that you you wake up and you have like an idea in your head?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that because like John Lennon, when he wrote Yesterday, he all these big songs that were made that end up becoming very popular in the mainstream, they were a lot of the artists say that when they had it while they were sleeping and they woke up. So I don't know. Maybe it's like some form of meditation, or you're tapping into the universe, or I don't know. I just thought it'd be maybe. I know it's weird.
Yeah, no, that's interesting. That could be that. No, that could be. You never know. I don't really remember most of my dreams, but I remember the ideas that I have in the morning. So maybe the ideas have something to do with the dreams.
It's the worst thing is like you wake up, you're like, all right, I'm gonna write this down as soon as I get out of the shower. And I get out of the shower, like, God damn it, I freaking forgot my idea. Like, it just go away that fast.
Oh, wow.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
I smoke marijuana.
Okay. All right. Maybe it's the weed.
Yeah, it's the weed. All right, Alice, thank you so much. And good luck with everything.
Yeah, thank you.
And,
thank you.
For as long as I'm here in No Cover, I will do whatever it takes to support you. I have a feeling about you.
That is very, very sweet. That is very sweet. Thank you so much. And thank you for your time.
Thank you, and thank you for your time as well. Be safe, and talk to you soon.
I will try. Okay, sounds good.
All right.
All right, take care.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.